Hey guys, how's it going? If you're wondering what that dark, oily ring around my bathtub is, I washed my shop towels that I lay out on the benches. Made one big mess in here, and I thought, well, the bathtub's already a mess. Before the old lady sees it, I figured I'd wash up. This is one of my 4910s. It is a brand new one. It's got one race on it. Well, the cylinder it had on it had one race on it, 4 dyno pulls, trying to think what else. I think there's just a few test cuts. It's down a quarter of a tank. That's all the fuel that's ever been ran through this particular saw. Now, I pulled my race cylinder off from it. This was one of my brand new ones in a box. I pulled my race cylinder off because I'm going to do retweaks to it, and I think I'm going to put it on the shin or the full circle crank with a pipe. And I've been saving this cylinder and muffler because this cylinder I widened the exhaust port on, and the muffler has to match it. It's got my I got plugs in it right now, but it looks like a double barrel shotgun barrel out the side. That's the only. There might be one more out there, maybe another 501. I did that too. But on 4910, that's the only muffler that I've ever done that way. But I put my 501 cylinder and muffler on there off one of my personal saws, and that cylinder has maybe 10 tanks through it. And then I had a brand new piston and rings sitting there, so I threw my piston and rings in there. But I use the piss out of this stuff, guys. Absolutely love Super Clean. I've used it since the 90s. I can remember when it used to say Castrol Super Clean, and my shop used to get it by the 55-gallon drum. And yeah, needless to say, whenever my 1 gallons were empty, it would go in there and fill them up. It wasn't just me; all the guys would do it. But I made the huge mistake of leaving this thing in line with the bar machine that I was test running, and it absolutely misted bar oil all over every damn thing. So I thought, wow, seems how the bathtub's trashed. It's cold outside. Typically in the summertime, I would just take this to work with me and spray it down with this stuff, and then rinse it off with the garden hose or low pressure. But you try not to breathe this stuff in. But yeah, that's hit my fix this. They sent me a can of. I don't hardly ever. I always like the full strength stuff with this. I got a very understanding wife. She gets mad at me at some things, but oh my gosh, I'll use. Scrub the tub down. Look at that, Super Clean just cuts that grease right off. And I mean, this stuff's nasty grease. It's all the shit that drips out of my saws and stuff when I'm working on the towels I work on. Everybody always asks why I work on a towel. If you drop a bolt or a nut and it hits that towel, it's less likely to ricochet if you have a wooden or metal bench. Back when I used to work on nothing but wood and metal, if you drop something, it would ricochet off, and then you'd spend all that time. Those towels have saved my butt several times on wrist pins, clips. Yep. Now this sprayer head don't work as good as my old one. The old one gave up the ghost. plain hot water. I'm going to get this stuff off my hands because it's kind of hard on the hands. And I think my heating element's out because I do not get as hot water as I used to. I'm not going to get too concerned for this. I just thought about it. I did have stuff missed at all. This won't hurt your 4910 at all. It's got an oil filter in it. The moisture should stay to the top. I'm not going to get too concerned. I don't know if this thing's got any other different. I think it's just a Piston. I'll get a test cut vid of this tomorrow, but I think I'm going to put this one up for sale too. I know I'm going to kick myself in the butt for getting rid of this cylinder, but I got some upcoming saws that I really want to buy. So. Pause you. I'll bring you back when I'm in the shop. Alrighty, back out in the shop. I'll finish cleaning the tub later. There's my plugs. I'm gonna look for a piece of rope. Actually, I think I got some blue anchor rope up there. I'm gonna tie up from there to here and over one of them hooks. And before I go to bed tonight, I'm gonna hang my towels up so the wood stove heat can dry them. Grab my hair. Well, this is probably going to cut the audio out or whatever it's going to do. Sometimes the phone don't like it. See if she will start up. Oil that comes out when you're sitting on there on these towels like this is, it soaks in, so it's all over my tub. But I'll have to do up a chain for this thing tomorrow and go out and show you guys that she's no joke. And I think I'm gonna put this one up for sale too. If you want to see this cylinder, if you go back through Sawfest videos where this was a cylinder I did up and threw on a 501 of mine with this muffler. for Chase. At that current time, he was one of my daughter's boyfriends there. They actually ended up having a kid together, but he ran that and did really good in that race, if I recall. Absolutely killed it in the disc stack with it, but I really like how this cylinder runs. It's got a lung in it, a little bit bigger exhaust port than I normally do, and on that 501 it had stock carburetor. This carburetor has been, the shafts have been thinned, and if I recall, I think this cylinder made 6 horse. 6 or 6.1 with a stock carburetor on a 501. I suspect with the thin shafts, it's probably a wee bit more than that. I had this race cylinder with this muffler on it, just for some dyno. Well, I ended up doing one race with it there. It was a piston swap, and I flat out knew that top end was not staying on this saw. I still have the brand new top end that's sitting right here, that has not been ported yet, and I was going to put this top end on my I was going to pull the top end off my Shindaiwa that's got the overlapping transfers, and I was going to put this top end on that saw, and then I'm thinking now I might use this piston that I've already bored out. This piston will accept the 12 millimeter, or 11 millimeter pin, because I've just went through. And this is a skirt coated one that I have changed the entire profile on to go with the combustion chamber work that I have in there. And I think I want this piston for that cylinder, and put that on the chin, and then I think I'm going to take, I have the full circle crank. This has got the full circle crank in it. I'll leave that one together. I have the other test wheel that was the full circle crank that I turned and swapped over in it. I might, I think I'll just port that one up, put that on the chin, and then I don't know. I before tip up, I would like to get this cylinder, this piston on there, see what the compression is, build a pipe for it in the other configuration, possibly with a carb swap, and that way I gotta go fast fun saw. It'll probably get its ass handed to it, but I believe there's modified classic tip up, and I don't have any saws that would qualify for there with a pipe and stuff. So I think I still have a chrome pipe that I had on that Poland Wild thing. I think I cut the flange off that, remake a flange, kind of point it out the way I want it to. I have the old reed saw pipe, but that thing peaks out at like 9,500, 10 grand. Nowhere near enough to race with it, and I don't have time to be shortening and playing with it. I think the other pipe was, if I recall, was hitting a lot higher RPM on that Wild thing. So I'll just modify the old beat up Wild thing pipe. I don't care what it looks like. Yeah, I gotta dig out an A2D sticker. I want to put a sticker on this because it's got an A2D setup. But yeah, this is, a brand new saw with the cylinder that's got about 10 tanks on it. And that cylinder's got long, a little bit wider exhaust. Trying to remember what the numbers are. If I recall, I want to say it's 100, 125, and 80, and it's got my flared out secondaries in it. I don't do them as much. Not that they didn't work. I do a little different style upper now that for race saws that's a little bit more targeted on RPM, whereas this is a little bit more broad-banded. But this saw absolutely must have blown more junk on that thing. I blew it off. But yeah, I got a 501 there that is all done. Other than the muffler's probably dry now. It's sitting right here, but this guy's all done. It's brand new. A little disappointed right out of the box. His 501 sticker's kind of peeled up a little bit, and I don't know what to do about that. I'll leave that up to him. He can contact Echo if he's upset about that sticker. I don't know. Seems like they used to didn't say X on them. They used to just be a little tiny thing like the 4910 if I recall. But where I put his A2D sticker, I'm going to put the same one there. But yeah, this I just got to get the muffler on it and test and tune it. And, I've got so much going on. Saturday's race day, so I'm going to be cutting it close. I've got purple ones dialed in, green one's dialed in. Now I'm only going to be running just an out of the same chain that I ran at Sawfest is on this one. It's just a stock out of the box 23RS. The only reason is I'm going to be racing it. I'm familiar with how the saw runs with that chain. I don't want to be changing up chains and how it pulls and what RPM and this and that. I want to leave this one alone. I did do up a square grain on that purple one. It feels fast. It feels smooth. I got a square grain on this one. I really don't play with this saw enough, so I don't think it really matters what chain I have on it. But I believe that 501 has been spoken for. The guy is supposed to get a hold of me Saturday, that one with the black top on it. And I think I'm going to put this up for sale. I know it'll probably happen. I'll probably go out there and play with it tomorrow in the wood and be like, dang it, don't want to sell it. But I mean, I've got like 14 of these things. I kind of want to keep the Shin because it's the only one I got. I sold my other one, and I don't want to get rid of either one of my sticker saws. That's a test mule racer. I don't want to get rid of it because I always need a test mule. I need another cylinder for that 501, which I have another one ordered. I want to do something different with that 501. Oh, another thing too. I built this for the green saw. Had it on there. I think I made some videos with it. I don't like this foam crap that I put on there. I think that stuff that John Riley uses would be much better. But can't remember what models I put all together, but it fit quite nice and felt really good in the hands. But I just didn't like this stuff. I would trade this full wrap handle for an aluminum stock aluminum good shape 501 handle. That way I can convert my 501 back to a 501 handle on it. If someone's looking for a full wrap for 4910, 490, 500p 501, I would trade that. I don't need a plastic handle. I think I have about 15 plastic handles. I don't think I need another plastic handle sitting around. I have converted a lot of these 501s to aluminum handles, or 4910s to aluminum handles, and have even stoled some. That 501 up there's got a bent 500 handle on it. They're slightly different, you know, the shape. I think they're the same shape as the 446. They'll fit. It feels awkward to what I'm used to. But yeah, I think I'll part with this brand new one here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call this a video. Well, I have to stay one ring I'm not showing the inside of this cylinder. This is a race one, but I have to stay with one ring with that because of how wide I went on the ports. A stock Echo piston with all the rings, clips, and everything is 80 grams, if I recall. 78 to 80. They vary a little bit. This one is 66 with everything on it, and let's see here. Two clips, the ring, pen. I need 2 washers. So far, Echo seems to be like the only saw that runs these damn washers. They're a pain in the butt to get in there. There's the washers. I am at 67. I will only be running one ring. This piston's been lightened, so I've got this piston. Now that one's saying 67. I'm not making it up. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's at 67 and 67. So I've got that weighing the same as that. I think it would be, yeah, this is a failed experiment here too, guys. I'll show you that. I actually lost power with a dimpled piston. That was something I was trying. I lost 0.2 of a horsepower by dimpling it, and I believe it or not, I think it was from compression loss. But this is also one where it's shaved here to change the timing. But this, I kept this in here to keep dirt out, but that is my full circle crank. And I believe that cylinder, that crankcase setup with this piston is gonna be pretty cool. Along with, I have one more of these that Alex made me. I'll have to substitute it for a 372 carb because I don't have another one of these carbs. But I think 372 carb swap, that set up, a pipe, and we might have something going. So yeah, so I'm going to call this a video because I'm about out of memory, and get this thing uploading, and then try to get test cuts with that tomorrow. And I think tonight I won't stay out here super duper late because I gotta put a fence row in tomorrow, but or I should say today. But I might get that one with stickers, old gas tank right there, tore down and everything, transferred. Oh yeah, maybe I'll steal the top end off that and throw that on my 501 that's down there. I can't remember what top end I got in that one. Might be pretty salty, but yeah, what a mess. I was debating on putting the pipe on that one over there, but I am still not done goofing off, and I don't want to blow that one up. I don't really want to blow that lower end up, but if I do, I do. And the one with the stickered gas tank is a hodgepodge build anyway, so if I nuke that one, I don't care. I just don't care. But yeah, so all right, you guys have a good one.